Hauschka to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Now Wilson on second down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So the D-line's going to spread out. In motion, right, Baldwin. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Tight right.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Wilson is caught outright by Graham. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too.
Back.
On first down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 41 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Wilson on first down. His throw incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
If they get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And he motions the wide receiver. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
Switch. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, 0-0.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Kill. 95. Check. Presto. 95. Watch twist. 14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Shift together here from the D-line.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And the wideout in motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Wilson drops it underneath for Rawls. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Good track, good track. Alert. Check. Check.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, check 24. Check 31. Check 31.
On first down, Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Morgan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Under 10.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Motion.
Now Wilson on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not today, baby.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Any day. 14. Switch.
They go play action with Wilson. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.